Hi everyone, welcome to Data Analytics Blog. And if this is your first time on this channel, kindly click the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel and also notification button to receive updates on all the video tutorial I share every week. Today I will show you this customer analytics dashboard. I'm going to walk you through how to create this customer analytics dashboard in Power BI. And if you want to follow up, the dataset link is in the video description. You can download it. And in this particular tutorial, you are going to learn, I'm going to walk you through how to use switch function in that, and also how to create column, and also how to calculate age. So these are the things that you are going to learn from this particular video tutorial. And for this customer analytics dashboard, so we have the total. I got the data from Kaggle. So we have total customer, did my analysis based on total customer, total income, also customer by education, what are the level of the education of each customer, also total customer by marital status, and I did total customer by purchase recently means that the number, the period that the how recent a customer last purchase was. So I also did total income by age bracket, and also by total customer. So but one of the important things that I want you to learn from this particular dashboard is the DAX formula that I used to create the age bucket, and also the recent purchase recency bucket. So these are the things that I want us to learn from this particular tutorial. So we can start now. So now the first thing I did is I designed my dashboard. So I designed my dashboard, and okay, so the transparency, okay, I think I used this, the transparency. Let me check the what I use for the transparency, so that we will be at the same page. So 24, so the transparency is 24. So now I also designed the what's it called, the dashboard background from PowerPoint. You all know that is how I used to design my, if you check out my video, I always design my dashboard, the background of my dashboard in PowerPoint. So I'm going to bring it to PowerPoint, to Power BI now. Okay, so this is it. Now I'm going to change it fitting. So now I think I did some setting here. You can leave it, or you can just, I think I use this as 1000, then this as 1300. So I think that was what I did here. So we can leave it, or you can just leave it as what we have here. So let's just leave it like this. So now let's bring our data. So I'm going to bring the data. I think it's a CS, is an Excel data. This is the data. So still loading. So this is customer overview dashboard. So I'm going to load transform the data first before I load it. So it is very important for us to check the data type, and also to transform our data. So now let's check if every other thing are in the right order. Okay, this income, okay, we can just leave it like that. Okay, so now we can load it. I think everything is in the right order. Everything is in the right order, so we can load it. Load this. Load and apply. So now our data has been loaded. So now it's time for us to start our analysis. But before we start our analysis, I want us to create some mail before we start that. So I want us to do that before we start anything. Before we start our analysis, we have to create some mail. So now this here is my data here. So I'm going to explain each of these mail. So now for the total, the first mail that I created was the total customer. So I use this thing count. So to actually know the total number of customer we have. So it will count it will not have duplicate, or this thing count will give us duplicate of the customer. So you can also use count row or this thing count. So that is what I use. So just write the name of total customer. I'm going to be doing copying and paste here. So total customer equals, that's what we are going to do. So before then, let me just put all my mail. I'm going to put it into one page, into one column. So that is still loading. So now I have it here. So the first thing that I'm going to create now, new mails, I want to create total customer. Total customer equals to this thing count, then customer ID. That's what I will use to calculate total customer. So now we have it here. So now we have our total customer here now. So now the next thing I'm going to do again, let me go back to my previous data. Okay, so here I have age brackets. And I use switched function for that. So switch function is actually used to replace multiple nested if statements, and also we can it's also used to switch function allow us to define each condition and its corresponding output in a clear manner. So we can also do this particular thing in Power Query Editor, but I just want to show us how to do this using switch function. So I'm going to use a new column now. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to explain each of this in this. So I'm clicking on this new column because we are going to use is we are not creating mail, we are creating column. So I'm going to copy paste this. So now the name of the column, the name of my what's it called? Okay, before we do that, before we create age brackets, I need to create a particular, what's it called? Before we create age brackets, I need to create customer age first. I need to create customer age before we create age bracket. So how do we create customer age? Customer age, we are using it to, we are using year, then the today, and the year of the birth year of each of the customer. That is what we are going to use to create, to get our age bracket. So now I'm going to create new column for that. So that's the first thing we are going to do. So we are creating our age, the age of the customer. Remember, we don't have age, we only have date of birth. So I want to create the age of the customer. So now to create that, we are going to be using customer age equals to year, then equals to customer data. Okay, so now let me just do this year, then today, year today, then close this bracket, comma, oh, minus, we are going to subtract it from customer age. We're going to subtract it. Okay, I think I'm making a mistake. We need to use, we're using, so let me do that. So now I'm going to be using this. Create new column. Click on the customer overview, then create new column, then customer age. I don't want this video to be long. Equals to year, then today, then bracket minus customer year birth. So it's going to subtract it from the customer year birth. So we will get our customer age. So now that is our customer age. That's our customer age. So we've gotten that now. I'm deleting this from the model. I don't need this. So now the next one now the next thing that I want to do now, I want to create the age brackets. So I have the customer age. I want to put them into different buckets, the different age buckets. So that's what I want to do now. So again, I'm going to calculate. I'm going to be creating new column, new column. So I'm going to copy this. So the age bracket, like I said, I've explained the switched function, what is used for. So it's used to or actually replace multiple nested if statement, and also allow us to filter, to allow us to define each condition and its corresponding output in a clear manner. So like age bracket equals to the customer data, that's customer age, that if customer age is greater than or equals to 0, if customer age is greater than or equals to 0, and a customer overview, the first condition now, which is for young adults, is if the customer age is greater than or less than 0, or is less than or greater than 0, and customer overview data is greater than equals to 39, we make it young adult. So now the second condition is customer. So the second condition is if customer age is greater than or equals to 40, and also customer age is less than or equals to 59. So we make it middle age. And the last one is if customer age is greater than or equals to 60, which is above 60, and also is less than or equals to 99, we make it old adult. So that is just the condition. You can see now that it's very clear. So that is how we use switch, how to use or switch function in a Power BI. So we close it now, and you will see the bucket that we've created. So now the next one that I'm going to create is I'm going to create and use this switch formula again to also create another bucket, which is uh, the purchase recency bucket. How, like I explained, purchase recency actually is how recent a customer last purchase was. And so I'm going to be doing that so that we will see the different bucket on how customer last purchase was. So now the same way that I explained, that is the same way, the same condition is what we are having here. So now you can see now purchase recency buckets. We also use different buckets. I have over like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 different buckets for each days the customer last purchase was. So this is just the same thing as what we've done for the age bracket. So you close that now and we start our analysis now. So now we can start our analysis. So the first visual that I'm going to create is the our KPI card. So I'm going to be using this. So now I'm going to use this just as it. Then that's the first thing is our total income. So our total income, I'm going to, okay, now total customer, I'm going to be putting it here. Total customer, so I'll put it here. So now I'm going to format this now. Put it here. So we are doing the formatting together. So you can do different things. I'm going to leave this like this, then change it to this, or you just do your formatting. So now, okay, for the label, I'm going to change it to this color. So now, what's the next thing? So this displays value, I want to increase it to this, then no. So now, so I'm done with this value now. The next thing that I want to do is this style. I'm removing the background, then also the card, I don't want it to be filled. So now I'm done with this now. So I'm going to copy and paste this, copy this and paste it, copy and paste, and I will use it for my total income. I'm going to use it for total income, then I will remove this. So now I'm changing this to total income. So now this total income, I want to change the value to, I'm changing the value, I'm changing it to this. Good. So now we are good to go. So the next one that I want to create now, the next visual that I want to create is, oh, let me check. So I'm going to be creating our donut chart. That's total customer by education and also by marital status. So I'm bringing the donut chart here. Then total customer by education and also by marital status. So now let's format this. So I don't want it to be few. Also title, I'm putting it in the middle. And just format it to your own custom format. So I don't need the legend. For the slicer, you can just do some formatting here. So I'm just doing some conditional formatting. Okay, for the label, so I want the category and the percentage. So now I need to format this, change it to black. Okay, so we are good to go. So I'm going to copy this and use it for the marital status. Okay, let me move on. So I'm using this for the marital status. So now instead of education, I'm going to be adding marital status. So now we are good to go. So the next thing that we are going to do is total customer by purchase recency bucket and also age bucket. So we are using this column chart, Costa column. So now, and then I'm going to be adding total customer. Let's check what we are having here. Total customer, purchase recency, total customer, and age bracket. So that's what we are going to be calculating using here. So here I'm going to be adding this here. Then my total customer to value. Then my age bracket to legend. So now we are good to go. So now I need to sort this. I'm going to be sorting this. So now I'm going to sort by this, and also in ascending order. Good. So now I can also use the format thing that I use it on this. Good. So we are good to go. So the other thing that we need to do here is to remove the y-axis and remove this. Okay, let's just remove the y-axis here. I don't need the y-axis here. And also for the x-axis, I'm changing this to black. So now that's remove the title. You can increase it. So the next thing that I need to do now is, okay, for the data label, that's what I want to do. Okay, so I think we are good to go with that. So now let's copy this and use it for others. Okay, let's copy this. So I'm changing this to this, no, to this. So now the next picture that I want to create is total customer by, okay, by total income by age brackets. Total income by age brackets. That's what I want to do. Age brackets. So now I'm adding the age brackets here. So now I will just add total income. So now I need to do something. I need to remove this blank. And how do I do that? I'll go to my transform column. I want to transform this data. I can't remember how I did that, but let me try. For us, I want to remove the blank, some of the blank. So I'll go to the year, then I think it's greater than something, something, something. So now, okay, greater than, so what is, let's just use 1900 to remove some filter so that we have a good visualization. So now let's go back to our, go back to this. Yes, you can see now it has removed the all those filter. So now it's time for us to then this. So let me copy this. Let me see if I can actually do this. So here I'm going to be using, oh, that's the next one is total customer by age bracket. Total customer by age bracket, that's what I want to do here. This total customer by age bracket. Total customer by age bracket. So here will be age bracket. Remove this. So now we are good to go. So now we can now just start. You can format your what's it called, your chart. So I'm using this. Okay, no, this. Okay, so here I want to use different color. So I'm using this. Okay, first one, let's use this. Let's leave that one like that. I'm leaving this like this. The same thing is show. I want to show all here. Good. So now we are good to go. We are done with our visualization, and I believe you have learned a new skill, a new thing to be able to improve your Power BI skill. I believe you've learned how to use switch formula, also how to calculate age with the birth date, and also how to format and do different things on or in Power BI or dashboard, using Power BI to create beautiful dashboard, how to format charts, how to create age, calculate age using that formula, how to use or how to put different condition, use different condition or into different buckets using switch or function in Power BI. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly click the subscribe button to subscribe, and also make sure that you click the notification button to receive updates on all the tutorial that I share every week. Give me your feedback on this video. Give me your feedback. What do you feel about it? Give me feedback on it, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel. Bye.